Good morning, 7th class. See the beautiful picture. Yes, let us describe this picture. Okay, let us one by one, we all will speak some sentences about this picture. Right? First of all, I am speaking, I am telling you. So, what do you think? It's the scene of a garden? Yes, of course. This is the scene of a garden. Many flowers are there. And what is the color of flowers? The color of the flowers is yellow. Green leaves are also there. And who is sitting on the flower? Yeah, it's butterfly. And what's the color of the butterfly? It's blue. Blue butterfly sitting on the yellow flower and sucking the nectar. See how beautiful. The flowers are looking very happy, blooming. The leaves are also quite green. So it's very beautiful scene. And such type of scenes are enjoyed during which season? Yes, spring season, of course. When spring season is there, the flowers bloom. The insects like butterfly, they are very happy. They flew here and there on the flowers and suck the nectar. Yes. So in the same way, you will also frame some sentences and you will describe this picture. So don't you think why I have shown you this picture? What is the reason? Yeah, you are very much right. It's our topic today, the butterfly. The butterfly. Let us see. We will discuss about the butterfly, the flowers, the leaves. Let us see. Yeah. It's our poem, To a Butterfly. What's the name of the poem? To a Butterfly. And who is the poet? See downside? Yeah, it's William Wordsworth. Who is the poet? William Wordsworth. So William Wordsworth was an English poet who wrote on various topics. Through a majority were about the nature. He is also called nature poet. The Prelude is considered his best work, means this poem. Wordsworth was England's poet and he was officially appointed by a government and is often expected to compose poems for state occasions and other government events from 1843 to 1850. So the poet is William Wordsworth. So let us read this beautiful poem with a beautiful picture and let's enjoy. First of all, we will read it aloud. You also read with me? Okay? See now. Read. I have watched you now a full half hour, self-poised upon that yellow flower, and little butterfly, indeed, I know not if you sleep or feed. How motionless, not frozen seas, more motionless, and then what joy awaits you when the breeze hath found you out among the trees and call you forth again. This plot of orchard ground is ours. My trees, they are my sisters' flowers. Here rest your wings when they are weary. Here lodge in a sanctuary. Come often to us, fear no wrong. Sit near us on the bough. We shall talk of sunshine of so long and summer days when we were young, sweet childish days that were as long as 20 days are now. Who is saying all these things? It is the writer, it is the poet William Wordsworth. So first of all, let us see the rhyme scheme of the poem. In first 4 lines, what is the rhyme scheme? You see here. Let us see the last verse. I have watched you now a full half hour, self-poised upon the yellow flower. Flower. Same sound is coming. Then it's A. Then see next. And little butterfly, indeed, I know not if you sleep or feed. Indeed, feed. So what is the sound? Same is coming. So it's BB. When the sound is same, we call them. The first sound is A, the second is B in second line, third line C, and fourth line D. But if the sound is coming same, just as R and flower, same sound is coming, then it's A. Indeed or feed, then it is B. So what is the rhyme scheme here? A, B. What's the rhyme scheme? A, B. A. Now see in the side, some word meanings are there. Let us see them also first. Then we shall explain the poem. See. Self-poised. Self-poised means sitting gracefully. Self-poised, sitting gracefully. Hath, it is has. My sister's flowers. Flowers of the trees that were planted by Wordsworth's sister. Bough, branch of a tree. Side by side we will also do them again. Now come back to the poem. Yes, see. I have watched you now a full half hour, self-poised upon that yellow flower. And little butterfly, indeed, I know not if you sleep or feed. The poet is very much surprised because for the half an hour he is watching the butterfly and the butterfly is still. It is not moving. So the poet is surprised and he wanted to know whether the butterfly was sleeping or it's fed, means sucking the nectar. So the poet was surprised. What he is saying? I have watched you now a full half hour. Means for the last 30 minutes the poet is watching the butterfly self-poised upon that yellow flower. Where was the butterfly sitting? On the yellow flower. And self-poised means sitting gracefully, not moving. And little butterfly, indeed, I know not if you sleep or feed. So the poet was surprised whether the butterfly was sleeping or it was sucking the nectar for half an hour, because it was not moving, it was still, without any disturbance, sitting on the flower. How motionless, not frozen seas. So the poet says that you are quite motionless, means you are not moving a single bit. Not frozen seas means more than frozen seas. When the sea freezes in the very much winter season, you are more motionless than that. More motionless, and then what joy awaits you when the breeze. So what does the poet says? That what joy awaits you means you becomes very happy when the breeze has found you out among the trees, means you are playing with the breeze and you both are playing, and you feel very happy when breeze has found you and call for your fourth again, and now it's your turn. Just as we children, you play hide and seek, and somebody has found you, and now it's your turn, okay, to find your friends. In the same way, the butterfly and the breeze, they are playing, and the breeze has found you, and you are very happy. So what we have read in the first stanza, that the poet is watching the butterfly sitting on the flower for half an hour. It was not moving. The poet was surprised to see that the butterfly was not moving even a bit. And the butterfly feels very happy when the breeze has found her among the trees. Okay, now second stanza. This plot of orchard ground is ours. My trees, they are my sister's flowers. So now the poet addresses the butterfly, asks the butterfly that this plot of orchard ground is ours. Means where the flowers are there, that area is ours. Who ours? Poet and the butterfly. They both can live there. My trees, they are my sister's flower. My sister flowers we have done earlier also. Flowers of the trees that were planted by Wordsworth sisters. So my trees are, they are my sister's flower. Here rest your wings when they are weary. So the poet asks the butterfly that she can take rest when she feels tired. Weary means tired. So whenever the butterfly is tired, she can take rest on the flowers. Here lodge in a sanctuary. Sanctuary is a place where birds or animals live. So the poet is telling to the butterfly that she can make her house there. Lodge means living place, where a person lives. So the poet is asking the butterfly that she can dwell there, she can live there in the sanctuary. Come often to us, fear no wrong. And the poet invites the butterfly to come there any time, and she won't be mistreated. It won't be mistreated. The poet is promising the butterfly that she can come anytime and it won't be mistreated. Sit near us on the bough. What is bough? A branch of a tree. And you can sit on the branch of the tree. We shall talk of sunshine and of song. And they will talk about the sunshine and the songs and summer days when we were young. Means the poet is grown up now and he is missing the days of his childhood, when they used to play in the garden, when they were running after the butterfly. All the things he is missing. So he requests the butterfly that you come, you visit my garden, sit with me so that I recall my childhood days. And summer days when we were young, sweet childish days that were as long as 20 days are now. Means the 20 days are now are as long as our sweet childish days, as they were so long. So here the poet is missing his childhood, the days of his childhood, when he used to play with the butterfly, he used to play with his friends, used to play with his sister in the garden, in the orchard, where they have grown, the plants, the flowers, the trees. So all these things the poet is missing, and therefore he is calling the butterfly to talk with him, to enjoy with him, to talk about the wonderful days, about the sunshine, about the song. So do you enjoy the poem? Yes, let us once read one more. So, in the first stanza, we have read that the poet is watching the butterfly for the half an hour. It is still, it is not moving. The poet is surprised to see, and the butterfly feels very happy when the breeze has found her. And in the second stanza, the poet invites the butterfly to his garden without any fear to make its house there without any fear, and then they will talk along for the childhood days when they used to enjoy. I have watched you now a full half hour, self poised upon that yellow flower, and little butterfly indeed I know, not if you sleep or feed, how motionless, not frozen seas, more motionless, and then what joy awaits you when the breeze hath found you out among the trees and calls you forth again. This plot of orchard ground is ours. My trees, they are my sister's flowers. Here rest your wings when they are weary. Here lodge is in our sanctuary. See here also the rhyme scheme ours, flowers, weary, sanctuary. Ours, flowers, AA, weary, sanctuary, BB. Come often to us, fear no wrong, sit near us on a bough. We shall talk of sunshine and of songs and summer days when we were young. Sweet childish days that were so long as 20 days are now. So, what's the name of the poem? To a Butterfly. And what's the name of the poet? William Wordsworth. These two are very important questions. They are generally asked. And today we are discussing about the animals and plants, the beauty of nature. Because William Wordsworth is the poet of nature, and he was an English poet who wrote on various topics, though a majority were about the nature. Okay, it's enough for today. Tomorrow we shall discuss the exercise of the chapter. Okay, students, bye for today.